Let's talk about two free agents right here. Khris Middleton declined his player option, so did Draymond Green. Warriors have come out and TP. Before we start talking about this, TP said, did the Porzingis trade fall through, or were they able to work it out? TP.
Oh yeah, we talked about this earlier.
We talked about it earlier. So the trade did go through, but the original trade involving Marcus Morris and Malcolm Brogdon and the Clippers, that went through. Oh, that fell through due to the fact that Malcolm Brogdon's tendon that connects to his arm turns out to be a lot worse than.
Yeah, he's not tradable anymore.
With that injury. So that deal fell through. They had an hour. It happened around 10:50, 10:45 Eastern time. They had till midnight Eastern time to get a deal done. Around 11:45, I actually fell asleep, woke up. My mom woke me up because we were watching a show together. And then 5 minutes later, I got the alert that the deal had been completed between the Grizzlies and the Celtics and Wizards. Wizards received just Tyus Jones. Grizzlies received Marcus Smart. Grizzlies sent Tyus Jones to the Wizards. Grizzlies also sent two future first-round picks, right? Or did they include this year's first?
It was this year's and one next year.
One next year to the Celtics for Marcus Smart and
Porzingis. They also get Gallo. Yeah. The Grizzlies got Gallo.
Grizzlies got Gallo? I thought Gallo went to the Wizards.
No, Gallo went to the Grizzlies with Marcus Smart. Did you not know that?
No, I thought it was Gallo and Muscala.
No, Gallo went to the Wizards or Grizzlies.
Just double check that. I thought I saw a report Gallo went with Muscala to the Wizards.
Oh wait, never mind. Yeah. Never mind. Because the tweet that I read, it said it must have been before it was finalized.
Yeah. So the deal ends up with Gallo and Muscala go to the Wizards. Wizards will waive those guys. And
yeah, both of them are going to get waived.
Now, the deal has not been finalized. I wonder if they're trying to expand the Chris Paul to include this trade, Chris Paul trade to include this, and then they reroute Chris Paul somewhere else, and maybe they include Mike Muscala. There's a bunch of things that can go there, but let's talk about something else, and that is Khris Middleton declining his player option. We knew that Khris Middleton was in the meetings with the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo when they decided to hire Adrian Griffin. And there is the full anticipation that our man by the name of Khris Middleton will return to the Milwaukee Bucks. But since he's declined the player option, there has not been, people outright saying that he's going to resign. But again, we assume probably 4 years.
He's going to resign.
4 year, $160 million. Draymond, on the other hand, I know the betting odds are that the Jazz sign him. But the Warriors have came out and said they do want to bring him out.
But the thing is, so here's the thing. So Draymond declined his player option, which I think was $28 million.
$28 million, yes.
So Draymond is going to want to sign on, at least the Warriors cannot pay him that much. They can't.
I'm pretty sure the Warriors are able to go over the cap because they do retain his bird rights.
Yes.
Even though he's an unrestricted free agent.
But the Warriors don't want to go. They can go over the cap, but the problem is they don't want to go too far in the luxury tax.
I think they're fine with the luxury tax this year, but the trade next year.
No, but they're already in it, though.
They're
going to be in it.
But the thing is the
new
tax aprons don't come into effect till next year.
Oh, I thought it was this coming.
No, it's just teams are trying to make the moves this year because they'll be hit with the penalties.
That's where I misread it because I was literally about to say teams are going to get punished more for going into tax this year, but that's next year.
But teams are trying to move long-term.
Well, yeah, because you got to clear up space this year so you don't fuck yourself.
So your thought process is they can still pay Draymond and everyone this year, but by re-signing Draymond long-term, if they're shit by the deadline, then they can trade Draymond at the deadline to avoid the tax apron and shit at the start of next offseason. And again, even if they have everyone traded, the next year does not we're still in last season. The new season does not start till I think June 30th or July 1st.
Yeah, but for some reason I thought that the tax stuff kicked in at the start of the new season.
So basically they can run it back.
I guess it's next year.
They can run it back with Draymond. And if they
this would be the last dance.
This is the last actual dance. And if they come up short, they would have to trade or waive or do something with Draymond before June 30th.
Yeah, so it might be if Draymond comes back, it might be he signs a 2-year deal with a player option for the second, and then if he could either opt in and they could do a sign and trade, or he could opt out and leave at the end of the season. So with the fact that the luxury tax punishments and stuff don't start till next year, there's a really good shot that Draymond comes back on like a team-friendly team option 2-year deal where he can opt out of the second year, or it's a player option where he can opt into the second year instead of the team cutting bait on him. Like I don't really know what's gonna happen with Draymond because he could command more from another team, but it's all up to whether he wants to take the pay cut and stay where he's always been, which I think he will do. I think if Draymond wants to come back. Draymond wants to come back. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. But it all depends on if the price is right.
Come on
Middleton,
down.
though. Come on down. Middleton ain't going anywhere, though.
It's kind of weird to say the biggest free agent this year is Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, actually.
Because James Harden at this point, we think he's going to go back to...
James Harden is like pretty much... Everyone's been saying he's going to... Everything I've been seeing and everyone's been saying
he's supposedly going to be going back to Philadelphia. James Harden.
Everyone's been saying he's going to return to Philly.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing too.
Yeah, like the Nick Nurse hire...
Yeah, that was all done on purpose so they could bring back our man.
So, with James out of the question...
Fred VanVleet.
Even if James
coming back.
was a free agent... Can I say this? Sorry,
no, you're
Even
good.
if James was a free agent, James only had 2 teams meeting with him. It wasn't a sweepstakes like the Kevin Durant sweepstakes from like years ago. There was only 2 teams that had a shot to meet with James. It was the Rockets and the Sixers. But Fred VanVleet is like the best free agent on the market now. He's gonna have everyone clamoring after his services. This dude was an all-star point guard. Like, it's kind of weird to say that because most guys are locked up now, and a lot of teams are starting to realize that free agency is not the way to go because they want to trade their guys to get something out of them before losing them for nothing. Kevin Durant really scared teams from letting their stars' contracts run down to free agency and then letting them walk.
Basically,
if you think about it, the league has changed with so much trading and stuff since Kevin Durant leaving for nothing and going to the team that beat him, the team that they blew a 3-1 lead against. Like, ever since that, teams are scared about losing their players for nothing. They took the soccer approach.
So what would
Next thing we're gonna have is transfers.